The Tulsa Race Massacre of 1921 is a dark chapter in American history that many are unfamiliar with. This tragic event, also known as the Black Wall Street Massacre, took place in the Greenwood District of Tulsa, Oklahoma. The massacre left hundreds dead, thousands injured, and a thriving African-American community in ruins. In this video, we will delve into the details of this horrific event and its lasting impact on the community and the nation as a whole. Before we start the further video, if you are new to the channel, subscribe and like the video. Uncovering the past. What led to the Tulsa Race Massacre? Before we dive into the heart of the matter, it's crucial to understand the backdrop against which the Tulsa Race Massacre unfolded. This tragic chapter was set in motion by a volatile mix of elements that had been simmering beneath the surface for years. The Greenwood District, known affectionately as Black Wall Street, was a beacon of prosperity in an era marred by racial segregation. Its African-American residents had carved out a self-sufficient enclave that boasted a vibrant economy, flourishing businesses, and a strong sense of community. However, the success of Greenwood did not sit well with the white residents of Tulsa. Envy and resentment brewed as they watched this African-American community thrive against all odds. The racial animosity of the time was further exacerbated by post-World War tensions and a volatile socio-economic climate, making the situation akin to a ticking time bomb waiting to explode. Fuel was added to the fire by sensational and often inflammatory reporting by local media, which played a significant role in heightening fears and stoking the flames of racial hatred. In this already charged atmosphere, all it took was a single spark, an allegation of assault that would later prove to be unfounded, to ignite a catastrophic chain of events. It's this intricate web of racial tensions, economic jealousy, and a climate ripe for conflict that led to one of the most horrific incidents of racial violence in American history. A spark in a powder keg. The events that ignited the massacre. The events leading to the Tulsa Race Massacre were not just a sudden outbreak of violence, but the result of a complex web of social, economic, and racial tensions. The immediate catalyst came on May 30, 1921, when a young black man named Dick Rowland was accused of assaulting Sarah Page, a young white elevator operator. Though the details of the encounter between Rowland and Page remain unclear, the allegation alone was enough to ignite a firestorm in the racially charged atmosphere of Tulsa. Word of the incident spread like wildfire.
One Tulsa Race Massacre is being told in classrooms and on the big screen. 1921 is being filmed on location in Nowata.
Fueled by sensationalist newspaper articles that called for Rowland's lynching. On May 31, a white mob gathered outside the Tulsa County Courthouse, where Rowland was being held, their numbers swelling with each passing hour. Concerned for Rowland's safety and the potential for violence, a group of armed African-American men, some of whom were World War I veterans, went to the courthouse in a show of support for the young man and to offer their help in protecting him. 48 hours of terror. A timeline of the massacre. The timeline of the Tulsa Race Massacre unfolds a narrative of unparalleled devastation over 2 days that forever altered the Greenwood District. It began in the early hours of June 1, 1921, when tensions exploded into violence. As night fell, Greenwood's streets, once vibrant with the hustle and bustle of Black Wall Street, became the stage for a harrowing display of racial animosity. White mobs, some sanctioned by local authorities, systematically dismantled a community that had represented hope and prosperity. As dawn broke on June 1, the true scale of the horror began to emerge. Homes, businesses, and churches that had been landmarks of the district were now engulfed in flames, with smoke billowing into the Tulsa sky. The chaos wasn't random. It was methodical, targeting the economic heart of Greenwood to erase its achievements. Residents, caught in the frenzy, faced unimaginable choices: defend their lives and property or flee to save themselves and their loved ones. Throughout these 48 hours, the brutality was relentless. Witnesses reported indiscriminate shootings, and airplanes were even used to drop incendiary devices, exacerbating the destruction. By the end of June 2, the once thriving district lay in ruins, a stark testament to the ferocity of the mob violence. Aftermath and impact. The immediate and long-term effects. The repercussions of the Tulsa Race Massacre stretched far beyond the immediate loss of life and property. In the days that followed, the Greenwood District, once a hub of African-American prosperity and enterprise, lay in ashes. The economic impact was staggering, with estimates of the financial loss running into millions of dollars in today's terms. Yet beyond the material devastation, the psychological scars left on survivors and their families were profound. Many were forced to spend the winter in makeshift tent cities, grappling with the trauma of what they had endured, while receiving little to no assistance from state or local government. The event also sent shockwaves through the nation, serving as a grim reminder of the deep racial divisions that persisted across America. However, in the years that followed, the massacre was shrouded in silence, with survivors often hesitant to speak out, fearing reprisals or further violence. This silence contributed to a lack of official acknowledgement and education about the events that took place, allowing the lessons of the massacre to fade from public memory. The struggle for recognition and remembrance. The journey to bring the Tulsa Race Massacre into the light of public recognition has been long and fraught with challenges. For many years, the narrative of what happened in 1921 was pushed to the sidelines of history, not taught in schools or acknowledged in public discourse. It wasn't until the perseverance and dedication of survivors, their families, and supportive historians and activists that this tragic event began to emerge from the shadows. These advocates for truth worked tirelessly to ensure that the stories and the lessons of the massacre would not be lost to time. Efforts to memorialize the event and honor those affected have gradually taken shape, leading to the establishment of monuments and the inclusion of the massacre in educational curriculums. Initiatives like these not only serve as a testament to the resilience of the Greenwood community, but also underscore the importance of confronting our history, no matter how uncomfortable it may be. Lessons for today. Reflecting on the Tulsa Race Massacre. Reflecting on the Tulsa Race Massacre invites us to confront uncomfortable truths about our history, while emphasizing the importance of unity and understanding in our present. This pivotal moment in history underscores the devastating impact of racial prejudice and the vital necessity of inclusivity in forging stronger communities. It teaches us that acknowledging past injustices is the first step towards healing and building a society rooted in equality and respect for all its members. As we navigate today's challenges, the legacy of the Tulsa Race Massacre serves as a powerful reminder of the resilience inherent in the human spirit and the collective capacity to overcome adversity. Embracing these lessons encourages us to strive for a future where diversity is celebrated and every individual has the opportunity to thrive without the shadow of discrimination. By remembering and learning from the past, we pave the way for a more just and compassionate world. Don't forget to give us a thumbs up on subscribe button if you found this video informative and exciting. We love hearing from you, so feel free to share your thoughts in the comments below.